What's the most ridiculous order you've ever had to follow in the military that actually made sense later? Fort Campbell, 2018. Our new battalion commander, Colonel Williams, called an all-hands meeting his first week. Thought we'd get the usual speech about discipline and readiness. Instead, he announced the most insane policy I'd ever heard. Effective immediately, every soldier will carry a deck of playing cards during all training exercises. No exceptions. The room went silent. Someone coughed. Private Jackson raised his hand. "Sir, what's the purpose?" "You'll find out," Williams said. "Any soldier caught without cards during field training gets extra duty." We thought the old man had lost it. Playing cards in combat training made zero tactical sense. But orders were orders. So there we were. Elite paratroopers, stuffing bicycle decks into our cargo pockets like we're heading to Vegas instead of war games. The jokes never stopped. "Got any aces for that machine gun nest? Think the enemy plays poker?" First major exercise was 3 weeks later. Live fire training in the Kentucky wilderness. 36 hours of simulated combat operations. We grumbled but packed our stupid cards. Day 1 went smooth. Standard maneuvers, nothing unusual. Day 2, everything changed. Heavy fog rolled in. Visibility dropped to maybe 10 feet. Radio communication became spotty. GPS signals kept cutting out. That's when it happened. Bravo Company got separated during a night movement. Lost contact completely. Search teams couldn't locate them in the thick forest. Command was getting nervous. 6 hours missing. Training exercise turning into real emergency. Then Sergeant Miller had an idea. "Sir, what if we use the cards?" "How?" "Drop them as trail markers. White cards show safe routes. Red cards mark hazards. Face cards indicate rally points." Brilliant. We started dropping cards like breadcrumbs. Aces marked water sources. Kings showed good defensive positions. Jokers warned of steep drops or thick bramble. The fog was so dense that normal marking techniques failed. Glow sticks couldn't be seen. Reflective tape was useless. But those white playing cards stood out perfectly against the dark forest floor. We found Bravo Company using the card trail. They'd been moving in circles for hours, but the cards led them straight back to friendly lines. Not a single casualty. After that exercise, everything clicked. Colonel Williams had served 3 tours in Afghanistan. Told us later about a patrol that got lost in a sandstorm. They'd used pages from a magazine to mark their route back to base. Same principle. Modern technology fails, he explained. Radios break, GPS gets jammed, batteries die, but low-tech solutions work when high-tech fails. Playing cards are waterproof, lightweight, and visible. Plus, they're the last thing enemy forces would consider tactical equipment. The card system became standard protocol. Different units developed their own codes. Engineers used them to mark cleared routes through minefields. Medics dropped them at casualty collection points. Forward observers used them to mark target coordinates. 6 months later, we deployed to Syria. 3rd week in country, got caught in a massive dust storm during a patrol. Zero visibility. Radios down. GPS useless. But we had our cards. Used them to mark our route to an abandoned building for shelter. When the storm cleared, we followed them back to our vehicles. Every man accounted for. That stupid deck of cards probably saved lives that day. What seemed like the most ridiculous order ever turned out to be pure genius. Colonel Williams got promoted to general. Last I heard, playing cards are now standard issue for special operations units. Not because they're high-tech or tactical, but because sometimes the simplest solutions are the smartest ones. Never question a commanding officer's weird orders again. Sometimes they know something you don't. And sometimes what looks stupid from the bottom makes perfect sense from the top. Those cards taught me that innovation often comes disguised as insanity. The best leaders see solutions others miss. And the most effective tools are often the ones nobody expects. Still carry a deck today. Old habits die hard. You never know when you might need to find your way home.